Hey guys, Coach Geyer here, XIP and Ridgeline athlete. Today I'm going to show you a couple trunk rotation movements using the Ancore trainer. Now it's important to understand that the muscles of the trunk, they're very vast and they cover a large area. They are not just your six-pack abs found right here in front, and you're not going to train the muscles of the trunk optimally by just doing hundreds of crunches sitting on your back. We have to understand that athletes must move in all planes of movement, and that means that the muscles of the trunk have to help us do that. These are our transfer station, and a lot of the change of direction type movements or just basic, think everyday tasks involve rotation, almost every step actually, of the muscles in the trunk and our spine, okay? So the first movement, this is gonna be a more isolatory trunk rotation. Now I'm using the handles that come with the Ancore trainer. You could change up handles to grab greater variation in these movements. So here I'm gonna split my stance and go pretty wide here. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna kind of lock out the hips. They're not gonna be of quite as much assistance in this movement. Here I'm going to put my arms long, so my elbows are basically extended. I'm holding the right hand, which is closest to the trainer. That's holding on to the handle. I'm going to put the left hand on top. From there, I'm going to rotate through, keeping my eyes on the handle the entire time. Now it's important that in this movement, you're not allowing the hands to go back so far that you're in a no-load position at the back. We want to keep constant tension on the cable. So I come out, eyes follow. I like to coach our athletes to bring the handle back to just in front of the toe of the back leg. Now, I'm going to move to another trainer here, and this one, I'm going to move more dynamically, okay? And I'm going to incorporate the hips, everything from the foot all the way up through the hips, and ultimately transferring the energy I create down low through my middle, through my trunk. Because ultimately that trunk, those muscles through here, those segments, they act as a transfer station for the power and force that you create down low. So let's take a look here. First one, I'm loading up in the back, and I'm gonna drive out of that leg, bang, as I finish through with a strong rotation and release of that power, okay, out through the hands. So ultimately, what I create down low gets transferred all the way up through the entire kinetic chain and ultimately transferred into my implement. Maybe that's throwing a ball, maybe that's kicking, that could be plant, turn, and change direction. So when it comes to unleashing your inner athleticism, it's important to understand that we must incorporate the entire kinetic chain. And that kinetic chain, that body must move and be able to move and perform in all planes of movement.